Trump's White House is filling with alleged sexual abusers, led by him. It's so funny because, you know, one of the biggest complaints about the Me Too movement and women, and honestly all victims, speaking out against their abusers is like, oh, we don't want to ruin these folks' reputations with just allegations. We can't prove it. So we're just ruining people's reputations. We don't want to destroy them with unfounded allegations and accusations. Tell me again how Donald Trump, not only being an accused sex offender, but an adjudicated sex offender, because yes, a court of law found him guilty for sexual abuse, okay? An adjudicated sex offender. Tell me who, by the way, went off the record, but on the record, because it was recorded, talking about he can go around grabbing women by the Tell me how, again, this man's reputation was ruined because he just got elected president of the United States of America. I thought his reputation was ruined by the dozens of women who came out saying that he was an abuser. I thought his reputation was ruined. That's so weird. How did he get elected? And not only is this motherfucker poised to retake the White House, but he's bringing a bunch of deviants on his payroll into the administration. His first choice for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz. Now, Matt Gaetz withdrew from the race from the appointment for Attorney General after he had withdrawn his Congress seat, okay, so that he could even be in the running for the Attorney General. But also he did that because he was conveniently about to be, he was about to have an ethics committee investigation on his misconduct. And he dropped out. Why did he drop out? Well, he was concurrently under investigation by the Department of Justice and the House Ethics Committee for allegedly violating federal sex trafficking laws and statutory rape, aka raping little kids. The disgraced representative also reportedly bragged about his sexual conquests and showed nude photos of women to his fellow lawmakers. Gaetz announced that he would be withdrawing his name from consideration to avoid being a, quote, distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition, end quote, just hours before CNN published a report about a second alleged sexual encounter between Gaetz and a 17-year-old. The age of consent is 18 in Florida, by the way, where Matt Gaetz is from and where this allegedly happened. That's who this motherfucker put up for Attorney General. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about Elon Musk, his bestie, his first lady. Elon Musk reportedly exposed his penis to a SpaceX flight attendant in 2016 and offered to buy her a horse in exchange for sex. Musk's company SpaceX paid her $250,000 in 2018 to settle the misconduct claim. He was also sued this year by 8 former SpaceX employees who alleged that the CEO treated, quote, women as sexual objects to be evaluated on their bra size, bombarding the workplace with lewd sexual banter, end quote. That's the man who influenced this whole entire election. That's the man who's trying to be the next evil villain, comical evil villain. Not comical with what he's going to do, though. This is the man who's trying to be Lex Luthor. Settle the claim for $250,000. Yeah, I'm sure, I definitely would pay somebody $250,000 if they were lying on me. I sure would too. Wouldn't you? Or would you pay that much money so that you could clean some shit up that you did and make it go away? Then there's Pete Hegseth, who is the nominee for Secretary of Defense and is a Fox News host. Which, by the way, that's where Donald Trump is tapping a lot of the people in his administration. Fox News hosts, y'all. That and Project 2025 authors. Yeah. Pete Hegseth was accused of sexually assaulting a staff member of the California Federation of Republican Women in 2017. I love this. It just speaks to the fact that even when you side with them, you're still not safe. He was accused of sexually assaulting a staff member where? At the California Federation of Republican Women. I thought if you align yourself with your oppressors, you is safe. That's not how it works. Weird. Then we have Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who Trump wants to appoint to run the Department of Health and Human Services. This motherfucker ain't a doctor, ain't a nurse, ain't even an ambulance driver. Okay? And that's who he wants to run the Department of Health and Human Services. And he was accused of sexually assaulting Eliza Cooney, a former family babysitter in the late 90s. And finally, there's Trump's pick for Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon. Yeah, that's right. WWE's. WWE's Linda McMahon, the wife of Vince McMahon, who he himself has some allegations of sexual assault against him, and wild ones at that. Look those up. But Linda McMahon was recently named in a lawsuit alleging that she and her husband, Vince McMahon, failed to stop an employee from sexually abusing children in the 1980s and 90s when the McMahons were running World Wrestling Entertainment. And this is just what we know about, right? Because for every allegation of sexual assault, there is another allegation that will never come out, that people will take to their graves, and probably more than just one.